Leave the door open. I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
Right now, on Friday, we are at the tail end of Passover, the Jewish holiday that celebrates the exodus of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. It's kind of fun if you like drinking, but also not fun if you like carbs. From childhood, I remember Passover being long, with a lot of red meat, bad desserts, songs about goats, and the screen door cracked open for a guy named Elijah. As a kid, I thought Elijah was some kind of invisible man or a ghost or a boring Jewish Santa Claus that would show up when I was asleep or maybe just not paying attention, drink some Cabernet, and head out. He'd create a very cold draft in our dining room and was generally annoying to me as he didn't bring any presents or add anything to my already pretty boring Passover experience. Turns out, I was kind of right. Elijah is the Passover ghost, and I have a newfound appreciation for his strange and fairly gross history of origin. Elijah was from Gilead, an ancient part of Israel. Around 9th century BCE, he showed up to proclaim a drought because the cult of Baal, an actual cult that worshipped a fertility deity, was running things in town. Elijah challenges the cult of Baal to a kind of deity true god off up on a mountaintop. Sacrifices are placed on an altar, one to Baal and one to Elijah's god. The Baal altar doesn't light, but Elijah's altar gets fired up right away. And then the drought ends. He then goes around Israel, becomes friends with Moses, and Matrix-style professes his allegiance to an alternate reality, the God of Israel. He also proclaims that monotheism rules above all. He kind of does this for the rest of his life. When he dies, he's taken up to heaven in a whirlwind, according to the Old Testament, and made a prophet. Let's take a break. So now that we know where Elijah comes from, this is how he pops up in the Seder, or the meal you eat at Passover. After the conclusion of the Seder's grace after meals, you pour a cup of wine, the cup of Elijah, for him, open the front door, or whatever door you have lying around, and say a prayer for God to pour his wrath on persecutors and oppressors. According to tradition, at this exact moment, Elijah the prophet comes around. Opening the door expresses protection and lets Elijah in. When it comes to Jewish prophets, Elijah hangs out a lot. He visits the circumcision ceremony of every Jewish child just to check that everything's going well? I didn't realize this, but according to my research, Elijah comes to a Seder to testify that all the men present are indeed circumcised. According to the Talmud, the kind of definitive commentary on the Torah, on the night prior to the Jewish exodus from Egypt, again, the whole event that the Passover Seder is built around, the whole Jewish male population circumcised themselves in order to be eligible to eat from the Paschal lamb. That's a big connection, and a gross one, between circumcision, Elijah, and Passover. Jews also believe that you need to drink 4 full glasses of wine for Elijah, and when the Messiah comes, Jewish people don't believe he's come yet, one of Elijah's tasks will be to resolve all unanswered questions for circumcised Jewish men. So there's always a cup full of wine placed on the Seder table, dubbed Elijah's Cup, in anticipation of this boozy Q&A. So I hope if you've celebrated Passover this year, or maybe you are going to in the next couple of days, that you're circumcised, drink your wine, and gotten your questions together for our favorite creepy Passover ghost.
It's 4 questions, right?
There's 4 questions. Yeah. Mani Shana, Halayla Hazeh. Why is this night different from all the nights? God, this is the most Jewish episode I think we've ever had.
Will there be food there?
Yes.
How's the parking? Is that
Those are the quintessential questions of every Jewish circumcised male and woman.
I remember, was there leaving a chair for Elijah? Was that, maybe that's something I remember.
A place setting.
Okay, a place setting. And I also remember from Passover being the angel of death passing over houses that had blood on the door.
Yeah, and if blood was on the door, you're good to go. But if there was not blood on your door, then your firstborn was killed. It's pretty harsh.
And they were just like, it was kind of circumcised penis based, right?
That was all circumcised penis based. Isn't that crazy? I mean, take me to your Jewish trivia events.